Thank you very much, Your Excellency, my brother, President Kagame, distinguished ministers and guests all. You know, since I last saw you, I visited your memorial. And I must tell you that for me, seeing you again is a very emotional moment because you are a giant among men. And I feel the need to pay tribute to you tonight because of what you have been able to achieve here in this country after the horror that was literally sown into this society for decades by those who should have known better is an absolute amazing act of humanity. And I really do feel that when I spoke earlier and spoke about the humanizing impact of small countries, it really was an understatement as to what I should have said having visited the memorial. Having said that, I also want to say that I believe that it is that anchoring that will allow us to do great things together. We also know what it is to have come from a history of cruelty and division, and indeed, we still carry the scars of it today. I believe that our ability to forge a new future is critical, but it can only happen by us working to give confidence to our individual citizens that they are capable of better and can do better, especially in today's world. So that the fact that our relationship is across a range of areas says to me that it does have all of the ingredients for it not to be the sprint, but to be the long distance, to be the marathon. And that can only come with your commitment as the head of this country. And indeed, it can only come from us as well if we are prepared to walk in step with you. I am happy that I have now opened the honorary consulate in Rwanda, in Kigali. And I hope that he will be in a position to share what awaits those of you who have not yet visited. I know some of you have, but those who have not yet visited know that you have a home in the Americas, and know that in that place you will always, always be warmly greeted. From the business perspective, I look forward to receiving the business delegation in May of next year, and I hope, I haven't met you yet, but I've heard so much about you. And I hope that we will find a way to make the impossible possible. And I think that in today's world, when we consider truly what is available, the time we go to London and we come back down, or New York and come back down, the journey is still longer than if we went straight. So it is a question of how do we excite the appetite on both sides of the Atlantic such that it is a win-win situation for all. I would not want to leave you in an embarrassing situation with respect to that. So I have every confidence, however, given the response of my delegation here and given the response of your delegation which came to Barbados in April, that both countries have a product that is not only exciting to each other, but actually complementary of each other. And therefore, I would believe that the senior minister, as the person in charge of the productive sectors, and himself a former Minister of Tourism, will find ways of working with the Rwanda Tourism Authority to see how we can do joint packages, because it's not beyond our imagination that people will want to do both experiences. So thank you very much, and I really want to thank all of you for your exceptional warmth of hospitality and courtesies extended. Thank you.